Good morning, dear friend, and welcome back to another session of EFT and Pajamas. Today, I was thinking about how we can go down these spirals of worry and thinking about all the worst case scenarios. Sometimes we tell ourselves we're preparing ourselves for the worst so that we can come up with possible solutions. It's a way we want to protect ourselves that we've already anticipated the problem and thought of a solution for it or mentally prepared. But I was listening to a podcast recently and they had a great reframe. They said, the phrase you could use instead is, how good can this get? This isn't just positive thinking, it's getting your brain curious and moving in the opposite direction. Because essentially, what we're doing lots of times is saying, how bad can this get? So let's tap on this and incorporate this idea and see how good this can get. All right, tapping on the side of your hand. Even though I like to think of the worst case scenario, I think my brain wants to protect me from bad things that can happen. But I'm choosing to love and accept myself. Even though I can really spiral and think of all the terrible things that can happen in response to a situation, I'm choosing to love and accept myself. Even though I can really spiral and think of all the things that can go wrong, I think part of me is trying to protect me so I can anticipate the problems and be prepared for them. But it doesn't really help. It just makes me really worried. And I'm choosing to love and accept myself. This downward spiral of worries, back of neck, all these worries, top of head. It's like part of me is having a contest to see how many worst case scenarios I can come up with. Top of eyebrow point. It's like I'm trying to see just how many bad ideas can happen, bad things can go wrong. All this worry, this worry just spirals out of control. All this worry. I am too successful at thinking of bad outcomes. I don't want to use my creativity in this direction. I miss point in the chest. I can't believe all the bad situations I can come up with. Underarm, the bad outcomes. Top of head. I think I'm doing this really to protect myself. Back of neck. Part of me believes that if I anticipate any possible bad outcome, I can think of responses to them. Top of head. I'm preparing for the worst. I'm trying to be prepared. Oh, but is it stressful? Thinking of 103 possible negative outcomes and trying to prepare a solution for each of them. I don't mean to do it. My brain just takes over, and that's where it goes sometimes. All this worry. Oh, all these negative outcomes I can dream up. This is when I wish I was a little less creative. I must point, I can make myself freak out about the most outlandish things. Underarm. If I said them out loud to someone, they would think I'm nuts. Top of head. But in that moment, it feels so real. Back of neck. Let's take a deep breath. Top of head. What if I could try something different? Eyebrow point. Right now, I'm essentially imagining how bad it can get. Side of eye. It's like my brain is doing that over and over. How bad can it get? How bad can it get? And my brain is coming up with a million different ways it could be bad. What if instead I try substituting how good can it get? I'm using the powerful brain and all of my creativity to try to answer that question. Finest point. It's not toxic positivity. I'm not saying it's going to be fabulous. Underarm. I'm asking my brain to do a different job. I'm still putting it to work and using my creativity, but I'm asking it to go in a different direction. How good could it get? The next time I start to worry, I'd like to try to implement this. How good can it get? If there's something making me a bit nervous, how good can it get? I recently had to go to a meeting and was feeling a bit nervous and managed to remember this in the moment and thought, how good can this get? I wasn't really coming up with specific solutions, but anytime my brain tried to return to worry, I would say, how good can it get? And I did find it helpful. I think I need additional practice. We can practice together. We can both make a shift. How good can it get? Topping morning and night for 40 days. How good can it get? This meeting I have to go to today. How good can it get? This conversation I've been dreading. How good can it get? We're going to tap it in just a little more. Top of head. Take a deep breath. Eyebrow point. What if I could let myself change my approach? What if I could release the doom spiraling just for a time or two and try something different? What if the next time I'm starting to worry or come up with all these possible negative outcomes, I can stop myself, take a breath, and think instead, how good can it get? Let's use our powerful brains to look for positive outcomes. Collarbone point. I'm choosing to release some of the fear. Thymus point. I'm choosing to release some of this worry. I'm choosing to believe there could be a different possibility. Top of it. And I'm willing to ask myself, how good can it get? Take a deep breath. Thanks so much for tapping with me, dear friend. I look forward to tapping again soon. Please share this video with someone who could benefit and subscribe to stay in touch for more tapping. Have a good day.